reason why they need to put it out in public, all across all forms of media, talagang papahiyain ang VP Presidente patungkol dyan.
Attorney, dito naman po sa naging sentro din ng debate kung ipi-play o hindi ipi-play ang buo pong video ng nangyaring media conference kung saan doon hinugot yung mga sinasabing pagbabanta ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Kung kayo po, needed pa ba na i-play itong 2 oras na ito para makita yung konteksto kung bakit nabigkas, nabanggit yun ng pangalawang Pangulo?
Alam mo, sinabi na ng both parties, the defense and the prosecution, and even some of the senator judges who made their manifestation in the first 2 days of trial. The trial is not just before the impeachment court, but also before the court of public opinion. Kaya mapaisip ka kung bakit pa yung prosecution gusto nilang ipalabas. Yung mismong, hindi lang ipalabas, you have to play it out in public for many who are watching this impeachment proceeding na makita na naman muli yung nangyari. So, yung pakay, if I may, the aim of the prosecution to bring it out again na is I like to put it in context again, Yung nangyari kasi when she was there at the house, talagang ginigipit sa doon. Kung sino yung tao na ginigipit, talagang I would not be surprised na would probably act the same way. Pero pag uulitin mo yan sa publiko, iba na yung objective as to why you're doing it. Kasi pag sasabihin nila, hindi, kailangan namin ipresenta in evidence. Meron pong tinatawag nating stipulations. So the parties can actually stipulate, okay, may sinabi siya, okay, may video. So, okay, we can stipulate and let's move on to another piece of evidence. But the reason why they need to put it out in public, all across all forms of media, talagang papahiyain ang VP Presidente patungkol dyan. But as to whether it has probative value in evidence for the impeachment court to consider, I doubt very much. Kung talagang gagampanan ng senator judges yung tungkulin nila ng isa objective at impartial senator judge. Wala pong nakikita ko, walang basihan to even convict, because that's the word that's usually used in the impeachment proceeding, the Vice President on Article 4.
Opo. Attorney, siguro bilang panghuli na lamang po na i-transmit na po ng impeachment court clerk ang BIR box na ginawa ng kontrobersya kahapon at tinanggap ito sa opisina ng BIR Commissioner, mga 11:07 kahapon. Sa tingin niyo po, kailangan pa na magkaroon ng court order para makuha ulit ito, at kung sakali man, same box pa rin ba? Why not humingi na lang ng bago ba na mga datos, considering ang agam-agam ng iba, baka natamper na yan kasi bago napunta doon sa Senado, galing pa yan doon sa Kamara din po, Attorney.
Actually, the question to ask them is the underlying reason why they want the tax records of the Vice President. If there is relevancy, if there is relevance in having to prove what you call unexplained wealth, what can only be proven in your tax record is whether you have paid the tax due on the income that you declare. So even assuming that you have unexplained wealth, hindi mo i-deklara yan sa iyong mga tax returns. So anong makikita mo doon na tinatawag na alleged unexplained wealth sa mga tax record na yan? At pangalawa, hindi po yan kasama sa mga ebidensya that was presented by the complainant who filed the impeachment complaint before the House of Representatives. Kaya nga, maraming nagsasabi, observers as they are, na fishing expedition yung ginawa ng Justice Committee in the House in getting alleged additional evidence against the Vice President on the article of unexplained wealth. Pero balikan ko lang, ang makikita mo lang sa BIR record ay kung ano yung binayad mo na taxes based on the income that you declare. I'm pretty sure wala kang makitang unexplained wealth doon. Kasi nga, hindi if ever there is, by anyone, and if I say this with all candor, by anyone, including those House prosecutors who filed the tax returns, may mga aligasyon na nakatanggap sila ng mga maleta-maleta, I don't think they will declare those money in their tax record. So, to me, it is not relevant insofar as the BIR tax record are concerned.
Opo. Attorney, si Jade po ito. Follow-up questions lamang po, Attorney, tungkol po doon pa rin sa ikalawang araw po na impeachment trial. Kahapon po kasi, isa rin po sa mga naging highlight, yung mga dokumento, no, na ino-object po ng depensa dahil hindi mga certified true copy daw at ito yung mga photocopy lamang. At ang sabi nga ng prosecution, ito yung medyo nakaka-catch up ng, sa atensyon ng ating mga kababayan, yung photocopy kinukonsidera ng original daw?
Meron silang ipinost na Supreme Court ruling that photocopy documents may be accepted in evidence. Pero may qualifier doon. Ibig sabihin, only if on the condition that there is no question as to the authenticity of the original. Wala silang naipresenta na original. What is now the basis of the photocopy? Because as a general rule, in any proceeding, in any court proceeding po, a photocopy cannot be considered evidence. No? It may become an exception na tatanggapin yung photocopy so long as the existence and authenticity of the original is not in question. Yun, siguro mahaba ang debate dahil nga hindi natin na-lay ang tinatawag dyan laying the basis of whether the photocopy is based on a existing and authentic original document.
Opo. Ano hong masasabi po niyo at paano dapat tingnan po ng publiko yung patuloy pong pag-o-object? Ang dami pong objections ang ginawa ng depensa kahapon doon sa pagtatanong ng ginawa ng prosecution. Kabilang na nga dito sa mga dokumento. At yung sinasabi daw na misleading question, Attorney?
Patungkol saan yung misleading? Hindi ko nakuha.
Mga misleading questions na tinatanong po ng prosecution doon sa kanilang testigo. Kaya nag-o-object po yung depensa.
Insofar, hindi ko lang nakuha yung konteksto as to what is the basis as to why that question is misleading or not. But I'd like to make reference to what you said about objections. Trabaho po ng abogado, both on the defense and the prosecution, to object if there is basis for objection on the matter of relevancy, admissibility, competency of the evidence. Trabaho po yan. Lalong-lalo na dito sa impeachment proceeding against VP Sara. Because hindi lang po yung mga senator judges na nakikinig. Hindi lang po yung mga abogado at mga partido ang nakikinig. Ang taong bayan po ang nakikinig. So it is best that all issues has to be ventilated. Issues that may be questionable has to be objected to. Para malaman ng taong bayan kung bakit nga pala nag-object. So yun po ang gusto nating malaman kung bakit kailangan mag-object. And that goes to both parties insofar as having to object on matters of evidence or on matters of procedure for that matter.
Opo. At maaari ho ba sa regular na korte yung mga opening statement, manifestation ng prosecution at patungkol sa mga kaso o mga artikulo pong uusapan at tininiing po, attorney. At tulad kahapon, yung depensa, umpisa pa lamang ng opening statement ng isang House prosecutor ay inobject na niya.
Actually, hindi po sanay or it's not normal in a court proceeding where a lawyer, before they present the evidence, would make what you call an opening statement. What they normally do is they what you call make an offer in evidence. Ibig sabihin, kung magpipresenta ka ng testigo, sasabihin mo sa korte, Your Honor, we are presenting this witness to offer in evidence the following. So, ito yung po sasabihin niya, and these are the things that we will, from this witness, prove the elements of the crime. So, yung po ang usually minamanifest ng isang abogado before the court before he presents a witness, but not what you call an opening statement.
Opo.
Kasi yung opening statement, tapos na po tayo dun sa first day. Di ba? Nag-opening statement yung prosecution
Yes, sir.
at saka yung depensa. So tapos na po tayo doon, yung opening statement. So ngayon, presentation of evidence, what the lawyer presenting the witness will do is just make an offer of testimony. Na ito po yung ititistigo ng testigo, if allowed to testify.
Opo. Which is, yun naman po ang binigyang diin ng presiding officer na lahat po yung mga naging opening statement o yung mga sinasabi, ang objection yan, nag-manifest na ba yung prosecutors, sinasabi naman o itinuturing na hindi naman po yung ebidensya, dapat magbatay o dapat pakinggan o pagbasihan po ng publiko yung mga sinasabi ng testigo. Yun po dapat, attorney.
Tama po. Because that is the basis of the whole process of the impeachment proceeding is about evidence. Pero yung pabigat dyan, yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung pabigat dito is the fact na this is also a political process. So, yun po yung pabigat dyan sa prosesong ito. Kung sa korte lang ito, wala yung pabigat na, politika yan. Dito, hindi mo talaga mawala sa palaisipan ng taong bayan. Lalong-lalo na the one on trial is an elective official. Tatanggalin mo yung 32 million votes na bumoto sa kanya. Yan po yung epekto nitong impeachment trial na ito. Kaya hindi talaga mawala yan sa palaisipan ng taong bayan, lalong-lalo na doon sa bumoto sa kanya. Notwithstanding the fact that what we're seeing now in the last 2 days and in the next 60 days, na ito po ay isang trial. Tama po, isang trial. Pero, as you have said earlier, this is sui generis. Kasi kaibang trial po ito na nangyayari.
Opo. Huli na lang, attorney, nananawagan po si Senator Judge Tito Soto III sa impeachment trial ni Vice President Duterte na huwag daw masyadong technicalahin. Dahil napapansin kasi mga legal technicalities, huwag daw masyadong doon sa patakaran kasi mas interesado ang taong bayan, ang publiko, doon sa mismong paglilitis. Ano naman po ang reaksyon ninyo?
And then it affirms our observation that this is a political process. Kasi kung tutuusin, kung talagang seryoso sila sa trabaho nila as senator judges, they have to be well-informed about the technicalities, the procedure of how you're going to appreciate evidence. Huwag mo nang tingnan kung anong political party ka, kung kanino ka papanig. No? But the point is, kung papanig ka dun sa ebidensya, so and when you talk about evidence, sinusuri pa yan. Kahit na may sasabihin yung testigo, pag yung ebidensya na sinabi niya o naipresenta by way of document, hindi ka tanggap-tanggap sa rules on evidence, hindi mo na iisipin yan. So let's have to work on what you call ground rules. You cannot do away with technical rules, especially on the rules on evidence. Kaya pag sabihin mo, let's do away with technicalities, with the rules, kasi ang gustong pakinggan ng taong bayan, yung mga ebidensya, precisely the point. Okay? Kung tanggalin mo yung mga rules on evidence, mako-confirm yung palaisipan na it's all politics. Ayan ang mahirap doon. Nakukonfirma the fear that we have been thinking about for months now. And I hope that will not happen again. That the senator judges at this point in time will have to look at the evidence as they are. As they are. Hindi yung you're being swayed by your political affiliation.